If you find that you need to work an increase while working the tubular rib cast on, then here's one option that you can do. So what I have here is I have blue waste yarn in a cotton thread, and I cast on 10 stitches, and I had 9 running thread bumps here that I've been picking up. So I've been working my pickup row, purling the stitch on the needle, picking up a bump and knitting it, purling a stitch on the needle, picking up a bump and knitting it. So I'm working that action, and I'm going to work all the way to the last stitch on the needle. So I'm not quite done. I'm going to finish up. I have purl a stitch on the needle, pick up the bump and knit it, purl the stitch on the needle, pick up the bump and knit it. Now I still have one more stitch to work, and if I want to make an increase, I can increase in this stitch. I choose to work a purl in the front and back of the stitch. It's a bar increase worked on a purl side row or in a purl stitch. Not very hard at all. You just purl the stitch like normal, but don't take the stitch off the needle. Now take your right needle behind the stitch and catch it from behind and purl it again. And then you have 2 stitches made into one. And when you turn it over on the other side, you keep your sequence that you want for single rib. You have a knit, purl, knit, purl, knit, purl, knit, purl. It does widen it out a little bit, so you have the extra width there. But if that's what you choose to do, if that's how you choose to get your 20 stitches on a swatch that you want, that's what you're going to do. So I'm going to double cut 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. So there you have your 20 stitches. Another option that I have when working an increase on the pickup row of this tubular cast on is to work a make one in the running thread between the last 2 stitches. So I'm going to work myself over to that spot. I still have a couple of more bumps to pick up. I still have a couple of more stitches on my needle to purl. My next action, this was a knit, I just did a bump, so I'm going to purl one, pick up the next bump and knit it, purl one, pick up the last bump and knit it, and then get ready to make my make one purl. My running thread is right there, so you have to, when you make one, you have to do it so that the running thread is actually twisted. So if I pick it up from the front, then I would have to purl in the back of the stitch. So I'll see if I can do that. It's going to be kind of tight. There, I've purled, gone into the back of that running thread, and I'm going to purl it. So there's my new stitch, and then I'm going to knit the last stitch. So you can see that my sequences looks okay. A knit, a purl, a knit, a purl, a knit, a purl, and a knit. We'll look at it on the other side. I have a knit, a purl, a knit, a purl, a knit, and a purl. You can see this does make it a little bit wider at this edge, but that's what an increase at the end is going to do for you.